My name's Tina Azarvand, and I am a tax attorney where I focus the majority of my practice on IRS issues. Me and my business partner, we have been mailing AirTags to each other back and forth, essentially between Maryland and the CNMI, just to track where bottlenecks may be, what route it takes, and to also just track if packages are being delivered within the expected time frame, which as of now, none of them have been. There were 10 AirTags total, and a couple of them have been sent back as well. So I'd say probably as of now, about a dozen packages. No matter which delivery method you take, there's no circumstance that things will actually come when they say they're going to come, no matter what method. The IRS, they'll send you a notice and they'll say, hey, you have 30 days, sometimes it's 90 days to respond. And within that time frame, you will lose certain rights if you do not respond, or they may take certain actions against you. We receive things very quickly in the mainland, in Maryland, where our office is. But out here, someone will send me a notice and say, hey, I just received this today, and the deadline will literally say tomorrow, which becomes a fire drill for a business owner where they have to suddenly go through all of their financial records in some circumstances and whatnot. So it creates a lot of risk there where people will miss deadlines. And when you miss the deadlines, a lot of the time you will lose a certain associated right. From having relocated out here from the States myself, I've seen how the delays in mail can affect people. For example, I came out from Palm Beach County, Florida, is where I was living before this, and I received a notice of jury summons. I think it was October 7th or October 9th, and that jury duty was for September 27th. And it was stamped in Honolulu on September 23rd, and I received it, it was, again, either October 7th or October 9th. So there's like a 2-week delay, and that could create legal issues if I didn't respond to that and reach out to the court and let them know what happened. So I've already been personally affected. I haven't even been out here a year, and then I'm seeing like my clients and even people who are not clients, and they'll just reach out and say, what are my options? Or sometimes they'll say, hey, I received this notice after the date, and a lot of the time there's nothing you can do about that. So it just creates this really negative situation where taxpayers out here are facing struggles that they would not be facing if they were stateside. I'm hoping that somehow we have maybe the U.S. Postmaster sit down with the IRS and figure out what's going wrong, whether they need to, at the IRS, give longer deadlines for people residing in the territory, or better yet, improve the way the mail is, because it's not just IRS issues that this is affecting. It's all types of issues. So maybe sitting down and figuring out, okay, what's going wrong? How can we make the mail more efficient? Because like for me, I still don't understand how it took 2 weeks to get from Hawaii to here when, my understanding is they're supposed to fly the mail out, so it doesn't take 2 weeks to fly. So just figuring out how those kinds of things are happening and just nip them in the bud, because it's not going to get better, and extending the deadline is really only masking the symptom of a greater issue with the mail out here.